I'm Nick Webster, Managing Director of ARWAC, a small SME formed for the purposes of developing a robot to deal with the problem of blackgrass in arable crops. Well, the moment came to me, I suppose, standing in a pub talking to a farmer. Normally the subject is the weather, but when the weather changed to blackgrass at all times, I realised that we have a problem here.
So weeds are just plants that grow in places we don't want them to. And weed science is really about understanding how they grow, where they're going to grow, how we control them. So it's really about population ecology and controlling populations. The project with ARWAC is on blackgrass. And blackgrass is one of the most economically damaging weeds in Northwest Europe. And the reason why it's so damaging is its life cycle is very well adapted to these sorts of cropping systems. And it builds up large populations, dense populations, and it has a particularly large effect on winter wheat, which in Northwest Europe, and particularly the UK, is one of the most profitable crops that we grow. So it makes it one of our most economically important weeds. At the moment, we control blackgrass mostly with herbicides. What that's led to is the evolution of resistance. So we've lost a lot of the herbicides, either through resistance and also regulation. If we lose those chemical tools and we don't have anything to replace it with, we're going to see much lower yields. Left uncontrolled, weeds can reduce yield by enormous amounts, up to sort of 30 or 40%. We need an alternative. And that's what the University of Lincoln's project with ARWAC is looking at.
ARWAC is intending to develop a robot that mechanically destroys blackgrass within the row of the crop that's growing. One of the big problems is labour. Farming throughout the whole range is suffering, and robotics and autonomous machinery take away that labour element. The chemical sprays that they use, the cost of that application and the cost of buying the spray can run to hundreds of pounds a hectare. We believe our autonomous robot will save probably £100 a hectare at least in terms of application of spray. Removing the labour element, because the machine will be autonomous, is another saving, and of course diesel is becoming an increasingly expensive commodity.
The key that we're using is mechanical elimination. There's nothing new in hoeing or using tines in growing crops, but we've just adapted their use. Row following is a key one, and we want to be dealing with that and keeping the hoe in between the rows of crop and not eliminating the growing crop has been a challenge. Usually the control has been chemical, but the efficiency of chemicals has waned over the years and the prevalence of blackgrass has grown.
I'd like to think that ARWAC will make a difference to the sector in that it will be part of the robotic revolution that's going to affect agriculture right through the season, from planting to harvesting. And if ARWAC has a place in that, then I shall be a happy man.